Here I am, a first-generation immigrant youth who is educated and hoping to soon enter the labor market. Am I concerned? Sure, given the precarious employment environment, especially for youth. But I am also optimistic, given that I've figured out the system to an extent. However, when thinking about a newly arrived Syrian youth who is also educated and who has already invested in a career prior to migration, what do we think about their chances of employment upon arrival to Canada? You see, I arrived to Canada when I was 6 years old, and so I have had 17 years to invest into my education and career, make connections, and foster a network. Having lived in Canada for over 10 years proves to be an advantage because statistics suggest that it takes 10 years for first-generation immigrant youth to start experiencing the same employment levels as Canadian-born youth. We know about the disadvantages of unemployment. Some of them include a decline in the standard of living, an increase in mental and physical health problems, and thirdly, prolonged unemployment can contribute to a decline in skills, which further impedes employability prospects. Knowing that newcomer youth are situated on an unequal footing, I was interested in looking into the very places that offer support to find a job. My study surveys employment coordinators and interviews first-generation immigrant and refugee youth from 8 employment organizations in Ottawa in order to explore how employment services are delivered, how they are used and accessed by young newcomers, and thirdly, what barriers might exist. Tina, a newcomer youth, told me that due to her limited network upon arrival, she really appreciated the support of an employment coordinator who acted as a reference for her to find a job, which she successfully obtained. An employment coordinator told me that it might be helpful to match newcomer youth with one another so that they can mutually support their integration. Although my findings are preliminary, my timing is good. As of 4 days ago, Canada has welcomed 25,000 Syrian refugees, many of them youth or soon-to-be youth. By identifying best practices and taking down barriers to employment supports, my research serves to help extend this welcoming gesture and ensure that these individuals are awarded with equitable opportunities to contribute to Canada's economy. I want newcomer youth who came to Canada at a later age than I did and who have stayed here for a shorter period of time than I did to still be standing in my shoes. After all, it's for our collective benefit. Thank you so much.